My name is Dick. I'm 71 years old and I'm a retired veterinarian. My house is messy. I don't think it's filthy, but it certainly is messy. I like to consider myself a collector, not a hoarder, but so does every other hoarder. I say that my collection is 22,000. Well, there's probably 50,000 out there. So a lot of them are duplicates and triplicates.
My name is Bob. I'm a distant relative of Dick's, but a very close personal friend of his. I don't understand the beer cans. I don't know why he's interested in them. I know he has exhausted most of his money on these cans, and I've asked him to just sell them, but he's too attached to them. He won't let them go.
If somebody came and wanted to buy it from me, I wouldn't even talk to them for less than 200,000. It might even be more than that. I'm accumulating vast quantities of things, but in a collection, every one of them is different. I think of situations where I accumulated something and I can tell a story about, well, this happened this time and this happened this, and I was with these people. It's a reminder of the joy of the life that I've led.
My name is Jackie, and Dr. Dickey is my first cousin. I would say everything my cousin Dickey does is absolutely hoarding. Enough is enough of anything, but there's never enough for a hoarder.
I have miniature cars. I have the shelf over there with all the accumulation of beer steins and veterinary statues. I have the bobbleheads, a collection of miniature liquor bottles, stamps from Laos, pretty extensive library of bonsai books. Oh, and I have the egg collection. I almost forgot that. That started with a cloisonné egg, and now I've got maybe 500 or 600 Beanie Babies. When I got into it, it was a craze. And now that the craze is over, the value of a lot of the stuff that I purchased has tanked.
My name is Jason, and Dr. Dickey is my cousin and close friend.
Jason is my first cousin's son. When she passed away, Jason and I got a lot closer. He and I have very similar personalities.
When he first let me in, I was in such awe of his conditions that I wanted to continue coming over to get a greater perspective of exactly what every room of the house was like.
When I've had the house cleaned up at times, it's been nice to be able to walk through and not have to hold on to things because I need to walk around something else to keep me from falling down.
90% of what Dick has is worthless trash and dirt, and it's covering up of some beautiful objects. I know he's a collector, so he's got some nice things, but he doesn't even know where they're at. My concern is for Dick's future because he has exhausted his fortune on helping other people and collecting these items. He's out of money.
He keeps buying, and I don't know where he gets his money, but I think charge cards are the ruination of this country, and I think he's using quite a few of them.
He's maximized every resource that he has, and now what he's left with is his stuff.
He doesn't seem to want to admit that there's a problem, so we've run into a brick wall because if there's no problem in his mind, we can't help him.
If I woke up tomorrow and everything were gone, I would be devastated. Part of my life would be gone.
These things that he owns, they own him. They have possessed him, and that's the problem.
It's my life, it's my enjoyment that would have just been taken away.
Hi, I'm Standalyn.
Hi,
So
Stanley.
happy
Dick
to be
Gervitz.
here.
How
Happy
are
to
you?
meet
My name is Standalyn Robertson.
I'm a certified professional organizer.
I don't think Dr. Dickey realizes just how much he has that needs to be dealt with. It seems like it will be easy, but when it comes right down to the hard decisions, it's going to be hard.
Everybody ready?
I'm ready. Let's move.
Good, good. Okay, team, let's go. All
right.
Thanks.
All right.
The ground rules will be set up as follows. No one throws anything away unless it's been approved by Dickey. My goal is to have groups sorting and purging, come up with what we think will be the pile that he can let go of, and then let him do final approval on that.
Oh. Handle carefully.
We're gonna set some of these down here for now.
Yeah.
Dick, these are baby jars also.
I know.
My name is Dr. Robin Zazio. I am a licensed clinical psychologist and a specialist in treating compulsive hoarding. I don't believe that he has grasped his current situation. He's basically going to defend that this environment is really not as bad as it appears.
Throw it away.
Good job, Dick. Okay.
Don't keep saying that.
I gotcha.
It's a small step, opening up his home to us, and I want him to know that he made the right decision.
No,
You
just
want the hat
leave it,
and
leave
the
it
button, leave it just as it is?
Yeah, I'll take them off.
Okay. Are you gonna keep the hat?
Yes.
Okay.
You didn't think I was going to throw that away, did you?
The frustration comes from the fact that Dickey doesn't think he has a problem. He's just flippant about it. He thinks it's cute.
I am so nice.
You are so nice. We didn't
Here
let
I
any-
should be all frazzled, making all these decisions. I'm happy as a lark.
All your decisions were to keep. Of course you were happy.
Leave them just like that. Just leave the whole thing just like that. It doesn't make any difference. The box is not going to be any smaller if I take them out, right? So just there.
Is there any reason why we can't throw away the
Okay,
broken
you
ones?
do it.
Okay, great.
You do it. You make
Okay.
the decision what's mine and what's not mine.
In terms of the family, my concern is they may push him too hard, and ultimately that can result in conflict.
Yeah, I know what it is. I don't know where the charger is.
So let's put it in the trash because we can't find the charger.
Jason, you told me you weren't going to do that.
Okay. But could I take these to, don't you think it's
What
not
did you?
about- You've got brand new ones unopened
you
in a
stop?
box. You just told them you're not married to your stuff. Let's
Why?
let this go.
Why the are you arguing with me?
Should we be making a pile for all the items that you're gonna sell? You don't think we should do that?
I'm worried about getting rid of the junk. I'm not worried about what's going to get sold or not.
I'm just asking because I think we should be concerned with a little bit of what we're gonna sell.
I'm not selling anything today.
You're not selling anything today, but having a pile of things that you're gonna sell represents things that are leaving your home.
Because we can organize that stuff. And
All
then
right,
put
go
it-
ahead. Do whatever you want. Okay? Does that make you happy? I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Once I put the cans up, I'll sell the duplicates.
Okay.
You're the one who said that was for selling. That's not a can, it was a sign. You
Yeah,
said I
but
can
maybe I
sell
want
it.
to keep it myself. Is there
Okay,
anything in there?
that's the problem. Our greatest concern at this point is he may not sell any of the things that he's intending to sell, which will continue to further his financial problems.
serious for one moment. This has
listening.
got to be pretty neat to see this happening.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm thinking that when everybody leaves, I gotta take them all down again.
He is not recognizing that he is a compulsive hoarder. He's really holding on to that way in which he's viewing himself. The one thing that I want to continue to impress upon you is really being able to now look around and really appreciate what you have done, because I couldn't really feel that before. All I saw was just them laying around and stacked up, and now I can really appreciate all the emotion that's come into this collection.
See, this has always been my collection. The junk in the house was the clutter. That was the hoarder part of it. The collection always was a collection.
Sometimes I'm willing to aggravate him if I believe there's a greater cause or a goal that can be met.
Try to be serious for this for me, okay? Could you do that for me?
A month or so ago, you made a promise to me, which was going to include some professional counseling. I just want to remind you that we made a contract.
I know. I'm sorry.
I just want to remind you how important
No,
it is.
you don't have to remind me because I haven't forgotten.
And I appreciate that.
You don't treat me as an equal. You treat me as somebody that's below you.
It was
Because
important to me. I'm sorry. I
Well-
didn't say shrink. I said professional counseling.
So
I
why didn't
want
you
Adam
say
on-
something to me in advance? I'm the one that's involved. Nobody talks to me.
I'm going to go with you, Dickie.
I don't care what you do.
And I didn't say shrink. I said professional counseling. We never said psychologist or shrink or anything.
Dick got very angry with Jason when he pulled that contract out, feeling like he had given his word to him and he did not need to show that contract.
You've decided that it's okay, so I've got to go along with it. And if I don't want to go along with it, you sit there and tell me why I should because you wanted it.
My concern is it's quite possible that he could pull the plug on this.
In my mind, he's the one that keeps bringing it up.
I was really impressed because it was actually the first time that I felt like we were actually having a very serious conversation.
He knows how to pull my strings. And for some reason, he enjoys it.
He truly does want this problem to be resolved, and he recognizes that it's going to take past this weekend for him to continue to work on it and is very open to follow-up therapy.
I'm kind of interested in finding out what somebody's going to tell me about myself.
Good for you.
I may not like to hear it, and I may not accept it, but
I think that therapy is going to be a big help for him, and I am optimistic about him getting some help.
If he can sell, make some money, have a better life, that would be a wonderful thing, and God willing, that will happen.
Your home now is symbolic of welcoming people.
I still question whether I am actually the quintessential hoarder.
Now he knows that he has to participate, and by seeing what's possible, that he'll hopefully maintain and work through some of the things that allowed him to almost be a prisoner in his own home.
I'm absolutely convinced that I was hoarding accidentally, maybe. That's just my ego not allowing myself to think that I'm really a hoarder.
I'm Lonnie Hammergren. It's a kid from a small town who made it big in a big town. I was the former lieutenant governor of Nevada. I was first neurosurgeon in Nevada. And I love collecting stuff. I've got signs shirts, bones, airplane pieces, satellites, canes, a lot of things made from animal parts and bodies, motorcycle pieces and parts. I have at least 50 mannequins. I have the model of a 3/4 size space shuttle. I've got a real Apollo spacecraft. It's full scale. It was one they used for testing in California.
I'm Sandy, Lonnie's wife. It's a lot of valuable things and a lot of crazy, junky things. Robbie Knievel's motorcycle that he jumped Caesar's Palace with, a Venetian gondola from the 1800s, Liberace's piano.
I have a model of the first atomic bomb that exploded in Hiroshima.
Carousel collection, Politico stuff, a couple Rolls Royces.
T-Rex replicas, an Egyptian tomb.
Props that were used in different production shows on the Strip.
Batmobiles, airplanes, moon landers.
My name is Patrick. I'm an auctioneer here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm not an auctioneer that gets overwhelmed very easily, but Lonnie's collection is massive. It is a monster.
When I had money, I didn't worry about what something cost. I loved it, then I bought it.
Oh, at an auction, it was uncontrollable. Lonnie has spent an enormous amount of money on his collections.
I estimated over time that I've spent about $10 million on things I've collected. Wasn't a lot for me at the time. Like Frank Sinatra, I did it my way. The neighbor next door decided to go into a nursing home, and so I bought his house. Well, then I started filling up that yard with trains. I love trains. And then the neighbor next to that house ended up selling their house, and so I bought that house. So I've got 3 houses in a row, and it's just sort of fun.
I put my foot down, I had to, because it was kind of like, excuse the expression, cancer. It was just spreading from one yard to the other yard, now into the 3rd yard. I'm done with it. No.
My wife has total control of the corner house. We don't never fight about the big house. We don't fight about the center house. So I'd recommend for anyone, buy 3 houses.
I think that Lonnie might be in denial with his collection, as many people in my business are. I think that they just have an addiction to buying.
I don't have enough money to continue paying my mortgage. If I don't pay the mortgage, I could lose my house.
We've acquired a lot of debt, and now it's time to start selling things so that we can live off it.
I think that's an uphill battle with Lonnie because I don't think that he's able to let go of these things. I see a lot of people have a sickness for collecting, and I think that Lonnie, over the years, has collected so much that Lonnie doesn't really own these things. They own him.
I'm Dr. David Tolan. I'm a clinical psychologist who specializes in the treatment of hoarding disorder.
Well, thoughts?
This is huge.
Yeah.
I've never seen a hoard this big. My name is Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist.
Lonnie is so defensive. He's got his line, which is everything's great, I'm America's showman. So the only person I think that can break through that might be Sandra. So I think we got to talk to her and find out more about what the problem is. You know, this is such a big property. Matt and I figure, let's divide and conquer. I'm going to send Matt out to go and knock on Lonnie's door and talk to him.
Good morning.
Lonnie, it's good to finally meet you, man.
I'm going to go visit Sandy, who is 2 doors down in this 3-house network.
Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to meet you. I thought it would be helpful to get your take on things. Do you get a sense that Lonnie's not thinking straight about all this?
To a large extent, yeah.
Lifestyles and the rich and famous. I had more pages in the book than anybody in the world.
Lonnie has made a lot of money, but Lonnie has spent a lot of money. Our debt surpasses our net worth.
So I decided I want to have a planetarium. So I built a planetarium and an observatory.
He's lived on Lonnie's luck for so many years. I think that he thinks something's going to happen that this will all reverse itself.
Lonnie has made a lot of money in his life. He spent it all. It's only through Sandy that I really start to understand, no, there's a problem here. Now the trick is I've got to somehow get Lonnie to face up to that. Well, let me suggest a course of actions. If it looks like he's stubbornly hanging on to things, maybe that's a part where we need to have the talk with him and see if we can get him to change his thinking around this.
Sounds good. Let's look.
I want you to get some power here, and I want you to really say, let's get rid of this. And if he says no, I want you to tell him why.
Lonnie, I think these statues need to go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I like them all.
No, we didn't ask you that. How do you feel about your wife telling you you should sell it?
I don't want to sell those now.
As soon as Sandy points out these statues, Lonnie immediately shuts it down. Perhaps we could start with those things that Lonnie feels like he could get rid of, and we'll see if that's enough.
All right, so why don't you lead? Let's tell us the stuff you know you can get rid of. So the harp we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flute, the boxing gloves.
Lonnie pulled some things out and put them on the table. My initial thought was, this is bull. Sandy, of the stuff that you're seeing now, is this going to be enough to solve the financial problem now?
Not at all.
This isn't
Not
it.
at
This
all.
isn't
It's
it.
a drop in the bucket as far as I'm concerned.
We have a shirt over here that obviously has, really only value to, Mr. Hammergren himself.
I think friends of mine are looking at, gee, I'd like to have one of those.
His thinking is clouded by grandiosity. Either that or he's just given us the middle finger.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a little while.
That's right. I'm Mark. I'm the administrator of the Clark County Museum System.
What is this?
It's an Apollo spacecraft.
Do you have anything from NASA, any documentation on it?
No.
Does it have any NASA label on it, any federal label on it?
Nothing. They don't have the records.
If you don't have documentation, you're just basing it on what people have told you. That's not always as accurate as you might wish it to be. You really need to have something in paper.
You don't have to have anything. Nobody is going to build a model of an Apollo spacecraft.
Oh, yes.
No.
Oh, yeah, they have. But
no, they haven't. How ridiculous it is to question, was this really an Apollo spacecraft? I thought the whole thing was a stupid waste of time. A real Apollo spacecraft from the past that was used as a test to drop into the water to see what would happen.
And it
it
should
doesn't
have
need
some...
any more documentation than that, because nobody in their right mind is going to make a model of it.
And the minute you say prove it to Lonnie, he gets angry. The voice raises, he starts fighting back at you. If I could get any proof like he's saying going into the paperwork, I could actually make some real money on this for you.
I totally disagree. You don't need, this is it. This is what they made.
He's created an environment that no one questions him. I'm going on the premise that you would be willing to sell this. Is this something you would ever let go of in your lifetime?
Sure.
What kind of price do you think you'd want to see?
Oh, several $100,000.
Do you think that's real you'd ever get that?
Well.
Not without documentation. He owes a ton of money. And there's nothing here of value. I can't raise $750,000. There's nothing here that could get me that much money. I know you've worked with the Knievels before.
Absolutely. There's no way I would take any money for that right now.
How about the Aladdin lamp?
I don't want to sell that. That's too big.
Lonnie is being so resistant that I think it's time to sit down and have a heart-to-heart. What is it that we're trying to accomplish here?
I thought that he was serious about getting rid of a lot of things. It's just a minute amount.
You're not happy with it?
No.
Did you know that, Lonnie?
Sure.
Were you aware of the unhappiness?
Sure. It's my worry what's over here. It's her worry what she's got in her house.
She should back off.
Yeah.
Lonnie is surprisingly dismissive of what Sandy has to say.
I would think that after all these years, he'd be a little more concerned about how I feel.
Lonnie is not in a position where he is ready to hear that his wife is suffering. Lonnie, can we do something about this?
Well, not that much in the sense of trying to get rid of things. The things that have value are too hard to sell.
The fact of the matter is, Lonnie is choosing his stuff over his wife. Think about it this way. What would you sacrifice for your wife's happiness? Is your wife's happiness important to you? If so, what would you sacrifice?
Anything.
Good, go do that.
Okay.
Okay, let's get to it. Let's do it.
Is there anything in the Liberace collection that you'd even consider?
The red boots.
Do it.
The red boots?
Yeah. How about this eagle?
That's fine.
Sell it.
Dude, I'm proud. You're killing it. This is great. Keep it moving.
Let's keep them going.
Should bring about $200
Good.
in that range.
Yeah. Sell it.
Thank you, sir.
This can go.
This will sell.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's great.
Last call on the huge Aladdin sign.
It would have to be $500.
I'll give you $200 now. Whatever you get for the sale, you get that too. If people keep saying it's about the money, I'll offer them some cash to see if it's really about the money. And 9 times out of 10, the hoarder never accepts the cash.
Thank you.
Deal, sir.
Yep.
All righty.
Lonnie
Good.
totally called me out on it. Took my $200. We've added new items to the sale.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, we actually get some money tomorrow for this. Now, we're in Vegas, we're gonna let it fly, and we're gonna see how it brings us back. I am hoping that this small amount of $4,000 will actually get Lonnie excited to sell more. Am I gonna bet on it? No.
The money from the auction will enable me to write my life history, which is the only thing I really need to do yet in life.
This has been a frustrating case. The fact of the matter is, unless Lonnie really wakes up to his wife's suffering, unless he really makes a decision to change things, I don't know if things are going to get any better.
I've come to the realization that there's nothing I can really do to change Lonnie. He's going to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it.
I don't know that we made a financial difference in Lonnie's life, but I can say personally, for the first time in my life, I'm leaving Las Vegas ahead.
At the end of the day, mostly, Lonnie wants to be left alone, so that's what we're going to do.
I think this whole process has made me more humble. What am I going to do? What's going to happen next? We'll find out.
My name is Teresa, and I'm a retired state worker. I've been married to my husband Earl for 53 years, and we have 6 children together.
My name is Earl, and I'm Teresa's husband. The earlier years, she was neat, and that was in California. Of course, they didn't have a whole lot then, but what we had was always kept up.
My name is Sharon, and I'm Teresa's daughter. When we grew up, all of us kids would have to clean on a periodic basis. So our house was basically spotless growing up.
She decided, well, California is not for me. I need to be with my family and my mother and sisters and brothers. I said, okay.
She lost her mother, she lost her grandson,
which was my nephew. He was 3, and she also lost her sister in a short time frame.
Every time I got sad, I just go buy me a new dress and shoes and purse. You get everything you want. Okay, thank you. I got where I'd go to the thrift store twice a day. I said I wasn't gonna buy nothing. Man, my husband gonna kill me if I buy anything, but I'm gonna buy it. It's real small. He would never know I bought it. I would call my husband, tell him I need some money. And he would send me 5,000 here, 5,000 there. And as soon as that money hit the bank, I'd go shopping.
Okay, so we're up to 12.
I just had feelings that things wasn't great, but I just also had the feeling that, well, they'll work themselves out, but it didn't.
It's really hard to believe that I went through $112,000 in less than a year and a half.
Oh, was I angry? Yeah, I was definitely angry. But it was too late. There ain't nothing I could do about it. Some of the things that she's got is worth money, big money. I knew anything financially I could get out of it probably would be helpful, but I don't think she would be more willing to get rid of anything anyway.
Oh my goodness. Let me see where I can hide it. I'll put it right under here. And he won't know it until he cleans up the car.
My name is Rosalind, and I'm Teresa's oldest daughter. My dad has worked 2 jobs most of his life to take care of 6 kids and mom. He may not show all the pain around us, but there's pain, a lot of pain.
I kind of feel pretty hopeless because it's just a no-win situation anymore.
He doesn't know what to do with me. I don't know what to do with me.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're here. I'm Darnita L. Payton. I'm a life management specialist, and I work with people with chronic disorganization and clutter. Today's a little different in that the items that Teresa has, we're going to try and save as many as possible that she can sell at consignment. So there may not be as much trash as we're used to having. Having viewed the home, I could safely say that Teresa has about 3,000 purses and shoes to match almost each purse. These are her things. She gets the final say-so on what stays and what goes.
Okay, okay.
Teresa's hoard is more about her things giving her a sense of belonging, because for so long they've served the purpose of keeping her company when her husband was away and when the children had all left, and it was just her and her things. All right, is everyone ready to get started?
Ready.
All right,
Ready.
let's go.
Yes. I don't want them.
Okay.
Like these, I don't want them. I don't care. Let it go.
Okay, so I can honestly throw away everything that's in here.
Yeah, throw it away.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a skirt to this, but that's all right. I don't need it. I got enough of clothes to last me forever.
Okay, we are making progress here.
Yeah, we can make a lot of progress.
I'm Dr. Suzanne Chabot, and I am a specialist in OCD and forwarding. How's things going for you?
Oh, it's fine.
You okay?
Yeah. Why would you throw a perfectly good roasting pan away? Okay, that's all right.
What's going on, Teresa?
Some of the stuff that they threw away they should not have thrown away.
That typically happens, but you wanted to see it, so you want to take it out and take a look at it?
No, I think now that, no, they doing the best they can. It's all right.
Because normally we'd like people to look at things before they go away.
That's all right, because I told them that they could do whatever they want to. They're helping me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to stand in their way.
Can anybody give me an update on what went on? Who went through the dumpster?
I did.
Okay.
I was looking for my purse. It's got all of my papers in it, everything. I kept thinking, where could it be?
She was angry at everybody because she felt that we didn't supervise it enough.
I got very angry and I got very upset. And I told them, well, if y'all don't like the way I'm doing it or whatever, just go home. Go home. I don't care. Just get out of my house.
How did you really feel? How do you really feel about the years of her getting upset like that?
Just gonna let it go, because if you keep
saying something
about it,
it makes her
it's just
madder.
gonna keep escalating.
The family needs to continue to help you. So if the family's going to continue to help you, something has to change. Teresa can no longer control people with fear.
We never get a word in. I feel I never get a word in, and I'm always wrong.
I felt like everybody was jumping on me. Is this called bash Teresa?
No,
Yes,
nobody's
it is.
bashing you.
Bash her. Make her feel worse than what she be.
This is a definite knockoff. It's a knockoff. It's not real.
A lot of these are a little too old. It's torn.
Yeah, it's the
torn,
handle.
yeah.
The handle's torn. Yeah, we don't need those. Most of these have numbers, and they're usually inside the purse if they are real. So this is a knockoff. I have not found a great find yet, but we are still searching. Whew. Oh my goodness.
I can't argue with nobody because they don't have to take my stuff.
That's not real. How can you take? Yep, a real one will not have this on it because they're sold inside a glass case and they pull them out. I see. That's what I thought.
That was the real Guineaberg. Yes, that's what, yes it is.
Oh no, got it.
It's not a. It's showing me the difference between the real Guineaberg.
It doesn't say it inside.
It has to have a serial number.
I know.
Yep.
I know.
Do you have any with serial numbers? This is real.
This is a real one. All right, this will bring you some cash here.
Yep, definitely.
No, that's not gonna bring me no cash.
Because she ain't gonna be selling it.
You know,
I ain't gonna sell.
This is authentic, right? We're clear on that. This is one of the authentic ones? Okay.
I could probably sell this in my shop for $200, $250, and you get half of that.
$125?
No.
No.
No. I mean, I need the money.
Yes.
I could use it, but I'm not gonna just give it away because I don't need the money that bad.
When you combine someone who has control issues, like Teresa, with the disorder of compulsive hoarding, you get somebody who can't just make a decision and let go. Bottom line, you're going to lose money from what you spend. You're going to lose money.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation.
I'm gonna leave it up to you. I'm going.
Well,
no
that's
more.
a blow up
No,
down
no, no.
the road.
It's not blow up. No.
You have to understand that the value of these things are going to mean nothing to you once you have cash in hand and are able to do what it is that you want to do.
Teresa, this is it. Teresa, come back.
I don't care. I'm not gonna do it.
This is the purse that caused the meltdown last night, the one you thought that had been discarded that had all of your important papers?
My debit card, my medical card.
Everything.
It had everything in it. Everything.
Okay. Important papers need to be labeled important papers and put away in a safe place, okay?
Okay. That's why you an organizer, and I'm not.
Oh, that's cute.
That is cute, although it's not a brand name.
No, I don't think we really have a market for that.
We didn't find as many high-end purses as we'd hoped for.
This is Liz Claiborne, but I don't know.
Maybe. Keep.
We found a lot of thrift store finds. This is cutest Gavinci.
That's real cute.
That's real cute, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good one. Teresa, based on what we have sold in the past and what we feel like the purses might bring, our consignment shop can offer you $350.
That's reasonable.
Okay.
You'll accept the $350?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm satisfied. I am. I'm satisfied.
I wasn't surprised when Teresa accepted the $350 and was comfortable with that.
And I wish you the best of luck.
Okay, thank you.
She had to put everybody through a lot to get to that point because she panics like a lot of hoarders when she's not in control.
She would get some kind of slip that said she donated X number of dollars, and it may be enough that it would help on income tax purposes. But either way, I couldn't keep on living the way it was. I love it. It's great.
Wow. That's all I can say. Is this my house? I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I've never seen this house this empty. I'm excited. I'm excited. Ugh.
You can see the floor where you once couldn't. You can
Yeah.
see the tabletops and the couch.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe any of it. It's amazing.
And the bedroom where now Earl, as your wife wanted, you can roll around on your very own bed.
That's for sure. I'm feeling fantastic. There's a lot done. There's still a lot left to be done. But at least I got to start. Before, it would have been impossible almost to even begin to start.
I mean, it's truly a miracle. But I'm going to have to keep it like this.
Oh, yeah.
No more. No more. It's beautiful.
Teresa is at high risk for continuing with hoarding. She is going to need intensive outpatient follow-up. She's also going to need someone to work with her in her home. We offer this. She has to take it and use it.